Yo, what's going down? What is going down? What is going down? We are finally back. It feels like it's been so long, but we finally back. Welcome to another episode of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. I am Vino Flight, and I got my brother right here to the next to me, this good brother over here. The good luck charm of the Texans. The good luck charm of the Texans. You hear me?
It didn't used to be that way.
It didn't used to be that way, but sometimes you just got to stay down through the bad times so you can see the good times. You know what I'm saying? It does. The rain.
Sometimes you got to stay the course.
Yeah, you got to stay the course. It doesn't rain forever. The sun will shine eventually. You know what I'm saying?
It will.
It will.
Even though they never open the roof.
True. They never opened the roof, but we here for another episode, man. It feels good to be back. I'm glad to be back. Hope y'all enjoyed the recording portion of 2 weeks ago. We apologize for not being here last week. Obviously, it was Halloween last week, and good brother Red was doing the family thing. So,
and Halloween is definitely different this year. I'm glad that I hope that more people here can relate to this. If you was able to take your kids out trick-or-treating or anything of that nature, Halloween is definitely different. When we got back, I wanted to analyze David candy, because they say you want to check the candy,
right?
They even told us this when we were younger, but I'm starting to see the trick now. They said you need to check the candy to make sure there's any needles or stuff like that. First of all, I've never heard of this stuff even happening before. But whatever, we're gonna check the candy, see if we can get some needles and stuff. But for me, it was checking the candy to see what I like, so that I can take it away and leave David with the nasty candy. Because he might think it's good. Like, he might like candy corn. Who am I to deprive him of that?
Right.
Or Twizzlers. Candy corn and Twizzlers. Them are the worst piece of candy. Oh yeah, he didn't have a Laffy Taffy. It was called a Taffy Stick. So I didn't want to try anything new. So I didn't
Taffy
go
Stick?
that route. But yeah, it was called a Taffy Stick. It's about the same size and the width of a regular Laffy Taffy, but it just, I think it's kind of like what's the knockoff cereal? You got Fruit Loops, and then you got Loopholes.
Oh, got you. It's great value brand type thing.
Great value brand. That's how I took it. Maybe Taffy Sticks is the new it, but I don't know.
No, it definitely sounds like a great value brand. Absolutely.
It definitely does. Like Dr. Pepper and Dr. B.
Or Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder.
Yeah. I got you. It's definitely a great value brand.
There's not that many people outside giving out candy no more. So I told Chaz next year we're gonna try to we had some dope people out there. People that had their garages decorated and decked out. So you have to walk into the garage and they got the strobe lights and it's almost like a little haunted house. We're just going to get candy. And I told Chaz I think next year I want to do something like that. Just make it to where have the kids be able to have to walk into a garage and our house be a cool house that people can stop their cars and pull up on and have their kids and get some candy for about, what does it take, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, maybe that.
You know what I'm saying? To get out there and make some kids happy. But yeah, Halloween ain't the same, bro. But I really try to get that spirit back next year.
It really ain't. I'm glad you said that, because I was kind of interested to see how it was this year, like compared to when we used to go. It just doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem as like a popular thing to do. Maybe it's just like in the areas we're at. Maybe it's popular.
I said that too. I said I think it's our neighborhood as well, because it's kind of like a neighborhood that like invest in Christmas lights. You got some neighborhoods that don't really do Christmas lights, but then you got some neighborhoods that's like, my boy, if you don't get your lights up, we're gonna come together and sign a petition and get you kicked out the neighborhood. Like, it's that real when it comes to Christmas lights in some neighborhoods,
right?
And not even, if not the neighborhood, then that particular street. Because if everybody got Christmas lights, you can't be the only one
without Christmas lights. Yeah, it's a bad. You gotta have something up there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's the same concept with the Halloween candy and Halloween spirit. But it was still a lot of people. You still had your regular, about what's that, like 11 to 14 range that don't dress up. They just go as seventh
Themselves.
graders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And get
and
candy.
go and just get candy from each other and I
They,
mean from the each house and stuff like that.
yeah,
But
they like in that range where it's like they too old. They feel like they too old to dress up. But they still
but
young
not
enough to be able to go and trick or treat and everything. That weird thing, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Then the next level is realize that you can just go to the store and buy this stuff yourself.
Look at this. See what I'm
Which
saying?
which 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 animal is this?
That's Brian.
Is that Bron?
That's Brian.
Oh, okay.
You know he knows something's going on, so he gotta get up, move around. Now the other one is coming to see what I say right on cue in pre-show when we talk about this. As soon as we go live, they gonna start to act the fool. Hey, over there. Anyway, let's get it. Let's get it. I need to know about the Texans, dog. I need to know about the game before we get into everything that we got going on. For those that didn't see the Texans balled out. Shout out to that boy CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud.
I knew that they had to be doing something special because you texted me,
bro. They was because I was like, you have to understand the last. I mean, what's it? The last 15 years, bro. I haven't been able to just turn on CBS and automatically know that I'm gonna be able to see a Texans game. I was in Oklahoma, so everything like whatever, more than likely is gonna be a Cowboys game that's gonna be on, or whatever else. And then moving to Dallas, obviously, is going to be a Cowboys game, and then whatever else. So the fact that I was able to actually see the Texans without having to go to YouTube or go to NFL Network or try to get like the NFL Red Zone, like I was actually able to watch the Texans game for the first time in a while, and I was locked in. And boy, them Texans did not disappoint. I mean. And you was there, so I'm very intrigued to know what the energy was like in there, especially knowing the history behind the Texans and us, historically as a quote unquote newer franchise, how it's been, how we've had a lot of down seasons. So to see this in action, it had to be great. It had to be amazing.
I think I tell people all the time, I take a lot of pride. I take a lot of pride in being the guy that when people think about the Texans, they think about Rail. They think about Picture Perfect. I love that. I love it when the Texans win. People are texting and calling me. I love this excitement that's going. I'm pretty sure there's way bigger fans than myself. In Houston,
Yeah,
I'm sure they are.
yeah.
There
definitely is.
some.
Yeah, there definitely is.
It's always going to be somebody bigger, but I take pride in knowing that when the people think about the Texans, I'm the face that comes up. Shout out to the Prime Podcast for tuning in. Them boys killing it on the sports.
Shout out
Y'all
to Prime
tune in.
Podcast, yo.
Them boys now going live to do stuff as well. So y'all boys check them out. I've been enjoying their live view. I know they're gonna get me on there here soon. So check y'all see Prime Podcast in the comments. Y'all go ahead and follow them and like and subscribe to their channel. But anyways, so my experience at the game was unlike any other because at first I couldn't find no one to go with me to the game. I was struggling trying to get somebody. Chaz didn't really want to go to the game.
Right.
My tailgating crew didn't go to the game with me this week. I was kind of stuck out there, but my boy Roy which is an avid fan of the comment section and an avid commenter.
Right.
My boy went with me to the game. I didn't know until we got there that was his first game that he's ever been to.
Oh, that's lit. I didn't know that. That's dope. That's dope.
So he told me that when we were walking in, he was like, "Yeah, my first time in the stadium." I say, "Oh, you never been to NRG? I thought you've been to a game." He said, "Nah, bro, I've been to Rockets, been to Astros, but I ain't never been to the Texans." So we went as soon as we walked in the stadium. We just went so he could see the field and kind of get because it is surreal when you see. For me, it's always surreal when you see stuff on television
that you get to
and
see
then you finally see it in person.
Absolutely,
just like when I went to Vegas, when I went to Los Angeles, you see all this stuff. It's just a different feeling.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so I get to my section. I told Chaz, I said I might be lonely like when I get there and I go to the tailgates and I walk around. But once I get to my section, I know my people in my section.
Right.
I know everybody that's around me. So once I get up there with them, I'll be fine. But anyways, I don't want to prolong it so much. I don't want to go so much longer on this.
Take your time. Take your time because you're taking me through this.
The game Well, when we was in the parking lot, we
Yeah.
did go to a tailgate that we know that has, because normally I do my own,
Right.
but there's a tailgate that I've discovered, well, that somebody discovered for me, that have free liquor, and they have like free tequila and stuff. So you just walk up under their tent and just pour you up a cup. They got Sprite, Cokes, and stuff like that.
Good people.
So I really, they're very good people, and they even have like these little bottles that they put in there, and I just take a few of them and I bring them into the game with me because they're not metal, so they're not gonna go off to the metal detectors.
Right.
So I'm taking a shot every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, Mom. I'm gonna get to the Dallas game in a little bit. But so we did all that. So we got there, we enjoyed ourselves, we got loaded on some alcohol, then we proceeded to walk to the stadium. Then that's when everything we walked in. He told me that this was his first game, it was live. I bet, when I love taking somebody that's their first game. It just makes it more exciting. So
Right.
we get up there. The game was actually kind of slow. I did have my work auntie at the game, so she was sitting where I'm in 5'20", so she was 116, so she was under me, just on the first level. So at halftime, the score was 17-10.
Mm-hmm.
At halftime, she said, "Hey, there's some empty seats next to us." I said, "Cuz, you want to go down there?" Cool. We walked down to the bottom. Hey, just act natural. So they're not gonna ask us for no seat numbers. Just act natural. Just walk by them like we belong. That's exactly what we did. Walk by, went all the way down there. As soon as we got to our seats, the Texans broke off with a 75-yard touchdown run. So the white dudes behind us was like, "Dude, we don't know who you are, but you are no longer allowed to leave. You are going to stand the entire game." So for the first time in my life, I stood the entire second half of the game. When we moved down there, the Texans proceeded to score 4 times.
Yes.
They scored 4 times with us sitting down there. So them white dudes believed that we was the key to victory.
Yes.
And so I kept telling him, teach me the way of 116. That was the section. Mm-hmm. See, I know how we do up at 520. We have our chance for first downs. We just got our little lingo up there. Mm-hmm. But they had to teach me the way of 116. So that meant that when the team is kicking a field goal, you got to turn your back.
Oh yeah.
They say it's bad luck to look at.
Yeah.
That's cool. When there was a penalty on the other team, they got this chant where they start saying, "You can't do that."
Yeah.
And so I say, I'm loving it. But anyways, it was epic. It was loud. It was rocking. I am going to put it as my favorite Texans game that I've ever been to, but for one reason. I do think there were a lot of other games that had potential to be better, but the difference is we came out on the winning end.
Yeah.
And so, like Mama said, the Cowboys game last year was the most epic experience ever, and we lost. But it was just fun because we were winning the entire game.
Yes, that's right.
But if we would have won that game, I would have made that the best experience. Yes. But since I watched CJ Stroud throw for a rookie record, so I was a part of history.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the second time I was a part of history. Well, I guess 3 if you add the JJ Watt getting his Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So JJ Watt getting his Ring of Honor. I was at WrestleMania when the Undertaker lost, and then I was now at CJ Stroud 470-yard game. Which and let me tell you, this is crazy because I was at CJ Stroud's best game as a rookie,
mm-hmm.
and I was also at Deshaun Watson's best
game as a rookie
when he went up against Seattle in Seattle.
Yeah, that's dope.
Deshaun Watson got hurt. He played Sunday. He got hurt in practice that following Wednesday and was out for the season. So I went to Deshaun Watson's last game of his rookie year, and he had his best game as well. So just to get a little part of Texans history, but all in all, it was loud. It was rocking. It's louder when you're at the bottom because everybody's yelling down.
Yeah.
So just to see I love watching the enemy, the opponent sideline when they got a big third time. You see all these people like Pittsburgh, everybody waving their towels on the left side of the stadium.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite moment from the game, I tell everybody this because you didn't see this on TV, but you said you watched the game, so you remember this. Do you remember when our running back kicked the field goal?
Yes.
Okay, so for those who don't know, our running back,
I was about to get into that. Like that, y'all went in with the starting running back was hurt, right? Or something.
Yeah, that's what you want to call him.
Okay.
Yeah.
A starter was hurt, and then the kicker was done in the first half. So a backup running back had to be the kicker for the second half.
We had no kicker, which I think is I think they had put a lot of pressure on our offense to be as good as they were.
Right, exactly.
But so the coolest thing, you don't see this on TV, when the running back makes that kick, first of all, the stadium went crazy.
Yeah.
Without that field goal, we don't win that game.
Right.
So the stadium went crazy to see everybody that excited for him. But the best part that they didn't show on TV probably was the sideline. The Texans sideline went absolute
Stupid. I'm
bananas
sure they
when he
did, bro.
kicked that field goal.
Yeah, nah.
It's a good time to be in Houston, Texas. I can talk about them all day. It's a wonderful feeling. I keep telling people that we here. We got the Bengals this week, so it's on to Cincinnati. Ooh,
Woo-wee!
ooh, it's gonna be, ooh. I don't even know. I don't even want to speak on that game. I'm just gonna
Just
watch.
watch.
I'm
Right.
not gonna say nothing.
Right.
They're gonna
They're
Roy
going
in
to
the chat
Roy,
now. He said we
yeah.
was live. Miss put him up on the. He say
That's good.
we was live, kid. Great moment we had witnessed Sunday. Yeah,
It's great that was
it
his
was
first
awesome.
game to see live too. You know what I'm saying? That's one hell of a game to see live.
And my work auntie, who don't even love football, I mean, to see her, to see his first game. He on my left, and his first game, to see how hyped he was. And then on my right, my coworker, who don't really, she loves the Astros, but not really understanding football.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she's been talking about at work all week was how much fun.
That
She
game
said, I
was.
did not know I was going to have that much fun. And I told her that's why I look forward to football Sundays
Mm-hmm.
every single week, because it is definitely all three games at home has been fire this year.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not going to be able to go to the next game against the Cardinals. I'm sure that's going to be boring anyways. But that game against the following week against the Broncos is going to be fire. I think my same coworkers are coming back, and now I'm going to get my tailgate going back up for that.
So they got like a lot of their home games like towards because we're about to hit the second half of the season. So they got a lot of home games the second half of the season.
We're in Cincinnati this week.
Uh-huh.
Then we have 3 home games in a row.
Oh.
The Cardinals, Browns, and the Jaguars.
Okay.
Then we go on the road to New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Then I forgot what we play. We play the Titans in between that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Browns on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Browns.
No, we got the Titans again.
They got the Browns in Cleveland?
No, the Browns is the home game Christmas Eve.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping that they flex it to Sunday night or Monday night. But we got the Browns on they're not gonna flex it to Monday night, but Sunday night.
Right.
We got the Browns on Christmas Eve. Then we got Tennessee again in Tennessee. And then we got Tennessee here, and then we go to the Colts for the final game of the season.
Got you.
So 3 in a row. There's 2 games back to back. December, I forgot, but we got 5 more home games.
Got you. Okay, so yeah, the last 5 gonna be lit, and I'm sure that
I'm
sure that Jaguars one is gonna be lit because that's a division game.
Yeah.
So that's definitely gonna be lit. Oh yeah, that's what's up though, man. I'm glad. I've been looking forward to hearing about how that game was and the experience about it. I do look forward to when the Texans play at home. I do look forward to hearing like how the tailgate went, how the environment was, whether it's win or lose.
I know what game I'm gonna bring you to, but we'll
talk about it later.
To tell you that before, yeah, because I there's something I think you'll enjoy. But yes, tailgate and that whole experience, yeah, ain't nothing like football Sundays. And I told my coworker, that's the same no matter where you go. It was like that when I went to Dallas. It was like that in Seattle. I'm sure her Buffalo Bills is like everywhere you go. Football Sunday is the same.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true. I was trying to think of like if there was anything that may have been different. I mean, even Vegas it's crazy. Like you never would have thought Vegas would be up for football. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was people up and down that strip in silver and black. Like I mean, they was ready. So yeah, it's definitely the same everywhere you go, man. Everywhere you go. So I can't wait to experience one. I mean, I've been to a Cowboys game, but I definitely want to get to like a Texans game. I feel like it would be a cardinal sin that I don't go to like my hometown's team football game.
I'm gonna get you the one this year, brother.
I'm gonna get to one.
I'm gonna take your Texans virginity.
That's whoa, man. Well, speaking about taking some things, that was a good oop. That was a great oop. But speaking about taking some things, let's just go ahead and get straight to it, man. Because, I mean, he's been the topic of conversation for about 2 weeks. Dwight Hardwood is crazy.
Yeah, Dwight Hardwood, that's his name. He's dribbling more than basketballs. How the Hall of Fame center became so good at playing back to the basket and playing hard.
Playing hard is crazy as well. But for those that don't know, Dwight Howard was accused of it was a sexual assault accusation with another man. Apparently that they had a relationship before. I guess they were in that talking stage, maybe dating stage, whatever the case may be. But there's a time where they went back to Howard's house. Things got intimate, and then Howard had a friend come over, and he tried to have a threesome and the guy who made this accusation said he didn't want to. Apparently, Dwight Howard went ahead and it was to him it was non-consensual, or say to Dwight Howard it was, and all of this happened. This became a whirlwind. So I don't know what to think about this, bro. Like I mean, this is not the first time things about Dwight Howard's sexual life has came out. Like, I mean, he had the story about apparently him messing with the transgender.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and was it DC, Atlanta? I think it was while he was in Washington, like while he was with the Wizards. But this is not the first time we've heard some stuff about Dwight Howard and his sexual life. So I don't know how to feel about this. What is your take on the whole situation? Do you believe that the accusation is false? Do you believe that there's some weird things that's within the story from what you've heard and read? How do you feel about
it? Before I get my take, take a minute here just to say like and subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. Tell us what you think about Dwight Howard, Dwight Hardward, excuse me, and let us know what you think about that so that we can respond to that. Yeah, I got mine right here poured. So before I go into that, so anyways, so Dwight Hardward, Dwight Howard, I do believe that. Come on, man. I do believe that he. Well, we know that he was messing with the man, so we can go ahead and get that point out. He is.
We know
he is LGBTQA. Me and Chaz discovered that there's TIA, and then we're gonna add 3 more letters, NBA. So that is all Dwight Howard. LGBTQ. Me and Chaz discovered TIA, and we're gonna add 3 more letters, NBA. So he is now part of the LGBTQ TIA NBA. So that is we got that out. We got that out now. That's for sure. Dwight Howard came out and said that you don't tell him where he places his wood. That's when he came out on social media and say that we shouldn't worry about where he places his wood.
Very wild, by the way. Very wild. Like I get what you're saying, dog. I get it, but that's wild to just come out and say, bro. Like that's crazy.
You remember, and then the video server. Remember the famous video of him going to the bench and putting his hand in between. I forgot who was the teammate legs. Like he tried to touch his meat when he was sitting down. You don't remember the when you? I forgot about it too. It resurfaced. It's the video he was going. I don't think he was dressed in the game, and he tried to sit down, and he put his hand in between his teammates' legs to sit down. See, the Jonah just said. Let me put it on the screen. See, Jonah says, here we go. Oh, when the grab old boy thing on the bench, I was done and convinced. So we understand that's who he is. This is it. He a freaky nigga. Huh?
Oh no, bro! I'm watching it right now. He was in a suit.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember this.
Okay.
Whoa! Possibly missed it, yeah. Damn, and that's Isaiah Cannon too. Damn, I hate it had to be you, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's wild. So yeah. So Johnson did that. Yeah, I didn't know you did. I thought it would jog your memory, but yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That was a big video when it first came out. I remember everybody was talking about it. So of course now we all full circle,
right?
And we understand that he wasn't trying to brace himself to sit.
That's crazy.
Well, maybe he was trying to sit, just didn't want to sit in the chair.
Did not want to sit.
But anyways, so I think, I think the story is a little weird to me because you got it to where he says that he invited the guy over, right?
Yes.
So he invited the guy over. I think the guy's name was.
His name is. Well, they only saying a last name. Give me a second. Stephen Harper.
Harper. We'll call him
We'll
Harper.
say Harper.
Harper. This ain't best man either. Because
Yeah.
that take his character to Harper.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call him Harper because this dude, this man's voice deserves to be heard. The way he is treated right now, his voice deserves to be heard. So Harper definitely came over, to hang out with Dwight Howard. I don't know if he knew what was about to happen. I thought, yeah, they exchanged dirty messages or whatever.
So it's a preface, not to cut you off. To preface it, they apparently the two were in a long distance relationship. So like that's the to preface it. Like they were in a long distance relationship.
And I feel like when you're a celebrity of that kind of stature and you like men, if you're a male celebrity like that and you like men, then you really like men because you are getting the best. Well, I'm not gonna say the best, but the most eye-pleasing women in the world because they flock to.
They gonna flock to celebrities. They're gonna flock to the money. They're gonna flock to the fame.
You don't have to do anything. You can look like Bobo and still get the baddest chick in the game. Bobo is ugly. Another dude ugly is Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback that got traded to the Vikings. Are two ugly dudes. But it don't matter because if you got that kind of stature, especially like Dwight Howard, everybody knows who Dwight Howard is. Mm-hmm. So that lets me know he really like these dudes. Like he really like them. Like he foregone all of that, all of that, what he could have. And he really want to be with the man. That's cool.
And he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was married. Believe he was married. He was definitely with her. But Taya Cooper, I don't know if she played for the Sparks anymore, but Taya Cooper looks amazing. He was with her, and they were no longer together because I think of like what the DC thing, like the being like messing with the transgender in DC. I think that kind of like broke things off with them. So like,
and I'm sure Mrs. Cooper knows a lot of other things.
I'm sure she does.
I'm sure Dwight doesn't see me as a type of person that can hide it very well. And it's hard. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to hide you being gay at 7 foot. Well, he's 6'11", but you get what I'm saying. You can't be tall, big, and gay. It's gonna show. It's gonna show eventually. But I just think, man, with Dwight Howard, man, you just. I'm glad he's owning it. I'll say that. I'm glad he's owning it. He's not trying to hide it, so I give him credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I don't know if this dude's trying to escort him because that's what I'm gonna say. The part of the story that he was talking about that the other dude came over. Howard wanted to do a threesome, so then the other dude said no and started crying.
Who started crying?
Harper.
Harper started crying because
he said no.
Oh, okay.
Wait, or Harper started crying. It said Harper started crying after Dwight Howard said he wanted to do the man song.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
So Harper was crying, and so could it be an extortion?
It could be. That's what they're saying because I mean, even the lawyer came out with a quote and said, "What was a private consensual encounter was made public for profit, and Mr. Howard looks forward to bringing the truth to light in court." So obviously, that's a generic lawyer statement, right? A generic statement of somebody who's trying to make sure that they prove it they're innocent.
It's giving Carly Russell.
You think so?
Because why are you crying?
Are you Harper? Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Harper.
Why? Yeah.
It's giving Carly Russell.
Why
are you crying?
Now, okay, before we continue to get into this, for those that are watching, we are not trying to make light of a sexual assault potential.
Don't cancel me.
Right? I'm not trying to make light of it because there's people that actually go through these things. But at the same time, there's people that actually go through these things. And if you claiming something happened that really didn't just to get some bread, like you're a terrible person yourself. So I can definitely see, like, I don't understand why he would start crying. That I feel like that's kind of weird.
This is the deeper question. Can it be sexual assault with men? Now, I guess it could if you think about the people that's getting sexually assaulted in prison. But I understand women because a man is stronger than a woman.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So you could
Dwight Howard
definitely
stronger than this man.
I'm sure he's stronger than most men out there. You're right. But you know, you know, it's gonna be hard to kind of fight off for a woman to fight off a man. You know, that's why, of course, those are serious stuff. But as a man on man, like
I see what you're saying.
Put yourself in this situation, and Dwight Howard trying. I don't care if he's 6'10", 6'11".
Okay.
Dwight Howard gonna have to see me in every little piece of strength that I got.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, bro.
If he wins, then he just got doggone win. But at that point, it probably can't be assault because I'm fighting. I'm gonna fight every little assault that I got.
So I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out when this became non-consensual.
When it seemed like when the other person came into it,
but the other person didn't do anything. The other person was just there. The other person didn't like touch him. He's making it seem like it was a threesome that was non-consensual. He's making it seem like that everything that him and Dwight Howard was doing was non-consensual.
The story that I read said that Dwight Howard said, "If you tell somebody, I'm gonna kill you." Come on now, it's very possible. But Dwight Howard strikes me as gay, not a killer.
Sure.
Let's keep it real. Come on now. Dwight Howard strikes me as someone I can see Dwight Howard being gay. I cannot see Dwight Howard being a killer.
No. I can't say that either.
Now, if you told me DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay. That would be different.
Now, if you told me the Morris twins.
That'd be different.
If you'd have told me PJ Tucker.
Yeah, it's different.
I can understand. If you'd have told me Bam Adebayo, I can understand. But you can't sit here and tell me. You remember Kobe Bryant said that Dwight Howard was soft?
Yeah.
Kobe knew.
Kobe knew already, huh?
Kobe knew. He wasn't talking about his basketball skills. He was talking about his booty. I'm not saying Kobe experienced it, but just Kobe knew what he was doing.
He was calling it out for the masses.
Yeah.
Like, so we wouldn't be surprised.
Kobe read the message.
So we wouldn't be surprised at what was going on. Apparently, he went on an interview, and the person on the interview asked him straight up, "Are you gay?" And Dwight Howard was like, "Is that what you really want to talk about?" He said, "No, I don't want to talk about it." He said, "Then why you bring it up?" He said, "Because you went viral off of that." He's like, "I went viral off a lot of stuff." So apparently Dwight Howard shut that down. So
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I mean, I can see Dwight Howard not necessarily saying yes, but he can say some stuff like what he did say was, I like to experiment with different things. So don't judge me or question me or whatever he said about where I put my wood. I can see him saying a response like that because now you're not saying that you're gay, but to all the real niggas that's out here, we know exactly that you're gay or bisexual, whatever you want to be. It's up to you. Yeah. But I do think two things can be true. My man Dwight Howard, like people playing with his booty, and this dude is trying to extort him for money. That is my final take on it. I don't think that it went the way that they said it went. So
let me ask you this.
Oh boy.
I just want to know your opinion on it.
Okay.
So on it is what it is. Cameron and Mace. They talked about it.
I've seen a little bit of it.
And Mace shared his thoughts on it, saying, "Stop telling people I don't care what you do on your own time, because we do care. And women, you gotta stop. We gotta stop telling niggas what you do in your own time has nothing to do with me, because it does matter. These are the lies that are going on in society. We tell people it doesn't matter, but behind your back, it matters." How do you feel about that?
And he said, so he's saying basically, stop telling folks. Say it one more time for me. If you don't mind, say it one more time.
He's basically saying, stop telling people what you do on your own time. Or saying, stop telling people that it doesn't matter what you do on your own time, because it does matter. Like, behind the back, it does matter. And Mace went on to say, it's like, that's the reason why, NBA teams aren't calling because, like, all of his stuff that goes on in his personal life and the things that come to light and what they find out, because obviously they're privy to knowledge than we are.
I think at that level, yes, at
Mhm.
that level of stature, status, excuse me, I do think, yeah, you don't have much of a private life, and very few people do, but that's because they keep every aspect of their life private. See, you can't boast about certain things and try to keep certain other things in private. Either you're gonna be completely private. For example, Michael Jordan, you don't know nothing that goes on with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's probably the most famous athlete in the world. You can't tell me, nobody can tell me what Michael Jordan is doing right now.
It's true.
You don't even have an
I
idea
mean,
what this man
he
could be doing
probably
right now.
the only thing I can say that he probably doing is betting. It's
Gambling,
like
that's it.
gambling and drinking
And
whatever
with a
tequila
cigar.
he got. Yeah, and them yellow ass eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't sit here and tell me, this. So I think keeping it private. If you're gonna be private, you gotta be all the way private. You can't just be. Dwight Howard's always been out and you know outgoing and stuff with his life, and he's been the silly guy, the goofy guy, the friendly dude. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah. I mean, you can't. I don't understand why these celebrities be having conversations with regular people and then expecting these regular people to have some sense of loyalty to them.
Yeah, I do feel like I agree with you. You gotta understand that you're not a regular person. So you can't just do regular people things.
You
You know what
can't
I'm
be
saying?
texting. They be like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to come play in my booty." Like you can't send that text message to people because, like, seriously, you can't
No,
send that
I'm
text
with
message
you.
to
I
people
agree. I agree.
because you don't know what this regular human being is going to do. They don't got nothing to lose. You do.
Yeah, you got a lot to lose.
And I guess there's nothing wrong with you.
And
I mean,
even like even if they do have things to lose, chances are the things that they have to lose are not as nowhere near as much of a deal as it is for you to lose what you got going on. You
so
know what
what?
I'm
They gonna
saying?
lose their taco stand? So what? So what? You can really lose any chance. I don't, and we don't want to make it seem like it's a. Well, I guess in a sense because he's using it in the sexual assault matter that he can lose his any chance he has to go into the NBA. I think he's still playing in Taiwan, right?
I don't even know if he's playing out there.
So he might be back because I haven't really seen him talking. But they might not be in season right now. I think they just got out of season, so that would make sense for them not to be in
Nah,
season.
they in season
Oh,
because I
they
got a
okay.
homie that play in that same league.
Oh,
They
okay,
in
okay,
season.
okay. Well, thank you for correcting me. But yeah, I don't. I just think when you're at that kind of level, you just got to move a little differently, because you have so much to lose, compared to just normal brothers. Same thing with these dudes. They be exchanging messages with, falling and getting in DMs of these Instagram models. Why would they not post you in their DMs? It just ain't nothing. It's just a game for them. You seen Paul Pierce try to shoot a shot with Ruby Rose?
Yes,
It
yes.
looked like he
Paul,
switched it, but
it
but
do look like he switched it,
it
but
do look like he switched it. But
I
that's a little different
mean,
because she's Ruby Rose. Celebrity on celebrity is different. But when you just follow these Instagram models and stuff, and you just in their Instagram, like, what? Why would they not say Drake? Oh, look, Drake popped up in my DM. Like, come on now, you who you think gonna really keep that a secret?
yeah, they not. You gotta take a page out of 21 Savage book.
What do
You
you
gotta
do?
you gotta DM in vanish mode. Can't that thing disappears as soon as you reply. As soon as you try to take a screenshot, it's some they know. Like
Yeah,
you
probably.
gotta get in the
I'm
vanish
pretty
mode.
sure. I'm pretty sure some of them celebrities would do something like
I,
that. But
I mean, listen, there's always a way around it, right? I mean, the people that you DM and they probably got another phone in the back recording it just in
yeah,
case. Like, there's always something that you can get around. Like for people that clout chase, for people that do things of that nature, they're gonna find a way to be able to get the evidence that they need to be able to hold over people's heads. And those people are evil. Like, those people truly are evil. I would never understand the clout chasing thing. Clout is one hell of a drug.
it is.
Clout is one hell of a drug, man. People will do anything to get that clout. I mean, Offset and Cardi B said it best. They do anything for clout.
Yep.
They do anything for clout. But just to take it back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
we was talking about, arguably the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball in Michael Jordan. And we don't necessarily know what he's doing. But we do know what his son is doing and where he may be at when they get married. And that, for those that don't know what I'm talking about Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen. Marcus Jordan said that he hopes to have his father, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, your airness, Air Jordan, was some former NBA players, they called him Black Jesus.
Captain of the Toon Squad.
The man of the dream team. 6 NBA championships, 6-0 in the finals, 6 finals MVPs. Marcus Jordan had the audacity to say that he was going to ask his father to be the best man in his former teammate's ex-wife's wedding.
I hate that I didn't think of the tag Pippen all over the world.
Oh, you thought of it now. This is a good one, brother. You thought of it now.
Pippen all over the world.
Pippen all over the world.
I put the question, will the disrespect ever stop towards Scottie? Because it got to be rough to be him. I feel like anybody that's going through mental health needs to just talk to Scottie Pippen. Because whatever he's doing to cope with all this is quite, if he's even coping. Who knows? He might not be coping. I ain't seen Scottie in a while. I ain't seen him on a sports show because Scottie, I could tell it was getting to Scottie because Scottie used to defend Michael. Michael is the greatest basketball player, my teammate. Now he be taking shots at Michael and be going after and siding more with LeBron and them on these arguments. So I think that switch up on Scottie switching from Michael to LeBron this has something to do with it. But I say all that to say that I think it's crazy, and I feel like they know what they're doing, man. Like I feel like they be having a conversation about this, and then they get on these podcasts or they get on these radio stations or get on Instagrams and whatever, live or whatever, and they say stuff like, I want my daddy. I was the best man at my daddy's wedding. Well, that's fine. We don't know who your daddy is marrying. That's cool. But to have your daddy be a best man in your wedding it's I'm gonna use a word that I haven't ever used on this show. It's asinine.
Wow.
Thank you. It's I don't even really know what that word means, but I just love the flow in the placement of that word.
It disgusts you.
Thank you. So, it's all for clout. It's all for attention. They're gonna have this grand wedding. They seem like they really like each other.
Oh, they ain't no like. They definitely in love. They in deep love. Deep love.
But why your teammate? Like as they say, Larsa used to watch Marcus, and I get it. You have the older women. Some older women, still look great. And some brothers like the older women and stuff like that. But it's okay if you want to date somebody that was 40, 45, 50, you're 30, 25 years old, you want to date somebody. It's okay. But why does it have to be your former teammate's son? And it ain't like it's Robert Ory's son. It ain't like it's Tony Kukoc's son. It ain't like it's give me somebody else on the team. Dennis Rodman
on that team.
I don't even know.
So I just thought you was naming NBA players. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking like the teammates.
Well, yeah, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr.
It ain't like it ain't his son or nothing.
Yeah,
you going after the
Luke Longley. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of their sons. It's Ron Harper. Ron Harper kid. He's not Marcus Jordan's age, but still.
But see, there's a pattern, bro. Like, because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Larsa sleep with Beasley, who was a teammate of the son?
No, wait. Hold on. Was right. Malik Beasley? Wait.
Scottie Pippen Jr. So Larsa was sleeping with Malik.
You talking about? Bro. Wait, nah, bro. I gotta. Hold on. They weren't on the same team, bro.
I think they were on the same team, bro.
You talking about like NBA?
Malik Beasley and Scottie Pippen. I could be wrong. Am
You
I
talking
wrong?
about you talking about NBA?
Yes.
They weren't on the same team.
Okay, so they just
Scottie Pippen Jr. was on the G League for the Lakers.
Okay, so they was in the same
Malik
league.
Beasley was playing
Yeah.
in Timberwolves. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, but still, a peer. You know,
Yes.
your son is a peer. Who the one that got the
That's
mama?
crazy.
Who the basketball player that got the mama that was dating Drake that he took her to eat at the Dodger Stadium?
Amari Bailey.
Amari Bailey. Now imagine her. What team is he on? Ain't he in the NBA?
He was drafted by Charlotte. I don't know where he's at right now. I'm actually typing that up right now as we speak. He's still with Charlotte.
So his mama started sleeping with LaMelo Ball. Or LiAngelo. What LaMelo? Yeah, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, LaMelo. That would be crazy.
That would be, but it's the same thing.
That would be no. That's different. That hits different. That hits way more different. Scottie Pippen Jr. plays for the Lakers G League team.
Right.
G League, right? Still in the NBA.
Right.
You in the G League, you fighting for a roster spot in the toughest league in the world, right? But to have like you sleeping with a teammate is crazy.
Oh, this is more like Delonte West and LeBron. Was it Delonte?
Delonte West and LeBron's mama, apparently.
Yeah, that's what that's like. But anyways, but you get the premise I'm trying to make is that God dog it, you can't do that to you. Like you just Larsa, I'm sure there was a lot of other men out there that you probably could have linked up with. You just choose to do Marcus Jordan. And I just feel like they just taking shot and continuing shot at Scottie Pippen. And this dude has to have no more manhood left in him. It has to all be torn down at this point.
Hey man, listen. Like I don't wish no downfall on nobody, man. I don't want things like that to happen. I mean, me personally, I think Scottie is a dick. But I had a person.
I remember, yes, you met him.
I met Scottie Pippen. I thought Scottie was a dick. But now that we're sitting here talking about it, you know what? He probably was a dick because he was dealing with this. And it will make sense. It makes sense. When you're dealing with something like this, when you got, your ex-wife getting her insides throttled by your former teammate's son, like, and it's all over, it's everywhere, and she's just constantly embarrassing you. I get it. You be a dick to just anybody. I get it now. So now I feel bad for Scottie. I still think he's a dick. They still think he's a jerk. But now I can understand. Now there's some reasoning behind the way he was acting. I get it now. I truly get it because I don't understand how one could deal with this at all. Reality show. And they all happy and everything, talk about how they're going to be married and whatnot and do this, that, and the third. Like, they interviews left and right. Like, everybody's talking about Scottie. But how is Scottie Pippen Jr. feeling? Like, bro is still trying to, like, make a career. Like, bro is young. Like, I wonder how he feels about that. Like, if you was Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen's son, how would you feel knowing that your mom is literally knocking down every, like, basketball player / basketball player's son around? Not saying that she is knocking down everybody, but I mean going from like Malik Beasley to Marcus Jordan, and who knows who was in between them or who was before Malik. Like how would you feel being Scottie Pippen Jr.?
And it's hard because a lot of women, a lot of those entertainers and celebrities and actors and actresses. I know celebrities kind of cover all that, but they all like the same kind of woman. That's why one gets tossed. I was looking at something on TikTok the other day. I didn't notice because I remember Lyra Galore, and then I looked at this. It was a photo slide. It was a photo slideshow of her dating life and how she was going from like she got with this person. I think like Rick Ross. She was Rick Ross, and then I didn't know she dated Drake for a little bit. Then she met that one dude she got pregnant by. Then she went to somebody else. Then she went to another person, got pregnant by him. So it was like, but it just make you think like once you in that lifestyle, you can't go back to you can't go to a Durrell or a Flight
No, you can't. You
You
can't. You
can't.
can't.
You
Like the
can't.
only way you can do something like that is if you're really trying to downgrade and live low key.
Or you got forced out of that celebrity circle because of something that you might have done, said, did, or
Yes.
what.
Right.
You
Correct.
got forced out
Correct.
of that lifestyle,
Correct.
but as long as you are attractive and can garner some pictures on the red carpet, then you're gonna find somebody kind of like Lori Harvey. I just seen something today that her and
Then
Damson,
Damson
they
been no
was at the
longer
same
together.
party, but then showed up. They just showed up separately. Don't even follow. So, but she's gonna get somebody else in the same, and because it doesn't matter. She went from Future to Michael B to Dancing. Who's gonna be next?
Anybody, any
Anybody.
rapper, actor, sports figure,
Nobody's off
singer,
limits. Brittany
nobody's off
Renner.
limits. Brit, same thing.
you know. So it's same thing. So same thing with Larsa. I'm putting her in that same
No,
category as
yeah, I
why, yeah.
agree. I
So
agree.
she go from Future to she was with Scotty. Scotty put her on the map, and then Future, and then I forgot, like you said, but then Malik Beasley, and then now we have Marcus Jordan. So, it's just that lifestyle, man. Just you like that living. But I don't know what kind of money Marcus has. I don't know what he does, or does he just live off his daddy?
No, I think this was
There's
a
nothing
long
wrong with it
time
if he
ago.
does. I'm just
He could, but
yeah.
I think there was a point in time where I believe he was working for, like, he was like one of the top dogs for Air Jordan, because Air Jordan is like kind of like his own entity of Nike. Like he
Right.
kind of like got his own thing, and he was like one of the like top dogs for like Air Jordan, like
Well, he making
for
his,
the
so he
Jordan
working for the
brand.
money.
So he's working for his money. Like obviously, like a lot of people forget that Marcus Jordan was like, he wasn't obviously being Michael Jordan's son. It's going to elevate everything, right? Everything is going to be elevated. Like they expect you to do crazy things, right? But he actually had like a solid like basketball career at college. Like he played at University of Central Florida, and he was solid. I mean, he's our age, bro. So like he graduated in 09. He graduated your year. Like he was like ranked in the nation. Like he was solid. Like bro was solid. So like, and after he graduated, like he worked for everything he got. Like obviously it was easy to get put on because his dad is Michael Jordan, but he worked for to where he's at right now. So I don't know what exactly he does now, but last I knew he was doing something with the Jordan brand. So
Got it.
I mean, he's making his own money now. I mean, shit. What is like? I know Larsa is like doing Real Housewives and shit, and like a reality star.
I'm
But
sure.
like outside of that, like what is she doing?
I'm sure.
Like, what I'm
Well,
saying?
like I say, I don't necessarily agree with, not necessarily him. He doesn't owe anybody anything, but as far as her, I think she knows better. She should have known better. But hey, if they in love, if they love it, I love it. I got nothing but love for them. I hope they have a beautiful wedding, and we'll see what their kids look like. Little Jordan Pippen baby.
That's crazy. So before we move on, let's answer the question. Like, do you think Michael Jordan will be Marcus Jordan's best man in the wedding?
I mean, now that he didn't made it public, it's kind of hard to go. Because the wedding is
I
going to
will.
be public. We know
Well,
this.
let's keep this in mind. Like, yes, that they definitely talked about the wedding being public, like streaming and doing some type of documentary, whatever the case may be. They did talk about that, but there was comments from Michael Jordan. TMZ like caught Michael Jordan out in the wild, and they asked how they felt about. They asked him how he felt about Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen's relationship, and he kind of laughed it off. And the guy asked him again, asking if he approved of it, and he said no.
I remember that video.
So, knowing that,
but then he came out and said that he was just joking.
Oh, he did. I never saw
did.
that one.
Yeah, he came out.
I never
He
saw
came
that
out
one.
and was like, he like tried to play it off as far as, I was just tongue in cheek, just joking and crap.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. Did not see that.
Yeah,
but either way,
right.
there's like, yeah, you were joking, but there's always a little bit of truth in every
I
joke.
agree. That's kind of where I was about to go with that too. Yeah.
There's always a little bit of truth in every joke. And so knowing that, and then on top of that, Marcus said that he just laughed off his dad's comments, while Larsa said she felt traumatized, quote unquote, which I feel like is very, very, like that's extreme. You traumatized by somebody saying no. Like, come on. Like, but knowing that, do you still think that he feels kind of obligated because they made it public that he was going to ask him? Or do you still think that MJ is going to, what the kids say nowadays, stand on business and still decline the best man?
Yeah, he definitely not. No, he definitely not gonna decline it. He gonna do it.
Think so?
Yeah, Michael gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, because the only other person that Marcus got is Jeffrey. So,
Yeah, Michael gonna do it.
and apparently, I mean, Michael was Jeffrey's best man. Jeffrey and Marcus was Michael's best man for when which I didn't even know he was married.
When he married that who Michael?
Yeah, I didn't even know he
Oh,
was
you know,
married.
oh boy, I seen a picture of because he goes on vacation with Samuel Jackson, LL Cool J, not LL Cool, I think LL Cool J, Ice Cube. No, it was Ice Cube. I can't remember. I know it's for sure Samuel Jackson, LL Cool J, and it's a picture with all of them with their wives. You know, I don't know if you ever seen Samuel, but they all look age appropriate.
Yeah,
And when you get to Michael Jordan, his wife, it looked like Robert De Niro and the one that he just
and
had the baby
like
with.
baby
Yeah,
with
yeah.
oh,
So yeah, Michael Jordan's wife looks she looks probably younger than us.
let's find it real quick.
Yeah, she looks probably younger than us. Yeah, I seen that they was all on vacation together, and I don't know how she feel. But I mean, you're around legends, so I guess it don't matter. But
She's around her. She is married to arguably the greatest
Magic,
basketball
thank you,
player.
Magic and Cookie, thank you. That's another person that be with them. They
Hold
go on
on,
vacation every year.
real quick. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna pull this up real quick before we move on.
Magic and Cookie, Samuel Jackson, and I think his wife's name isn't that Loretta? I can't think of what Michael Samuel Jackson's wife's name.
That's, I mean, wow. I just, she looked good though. His wife, whoever she is.
How old is
Shit.
she?
I didn't look. I can
Oh, okay.
look.
Oh, I'll
But
find out. You pull
is
that up.
this her? This gotta be her. This is one that keeps showing.
That look like her.
You got that picture right there. Damn, that's a big ass. Can you zoom in? You can't. Can we just zoom in on that? Never mind. But that's a big ass rock. MJ looked disappointed. He must be at a Charlotte Hornets game. But okay. Well,
How did she land that?
how did she land?
Oh, here we go. Off the court. Hold on. Off the court, however, he found love with wife Yvette Prieto after divorcing his first wife, Juanita Vanoy, in 2006. Jordan met the former model at a Miami nightclub in 2008. They quickly hit it off and moved in together the following year. By 2011, they were engaged. On April 27, 2013, Jordan and Prieto tied the knot in front of 500 guests. Now the couple share twin daughters and reside in Jupiter, Florida.
Interesting.
She was born in Cuba.
Okay. How old is she?
That's the part I'm looking for. I wonder how she landed that gig. Like, I'm not even mad at her.
She's 44.
She's 44 years old.
44.
Well, I stand corrected then.
Yeah, she's 44.
Yep, I see it now. But Juanita 64, because Michael Jordan 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so okay, 44. Well, excuse me. They told me only black didn't crack.
Yeah.
They told me my whole life. I was like, ain't no way.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, 44, bro. Yes. She looked good for 44. They've been married for 10 years, so I mean, obviously they've been doing everything is good.
You're doing something right.
Yeah,
What my boy Chad Ochocinco say on Nightcap, she must be doing her horizontal activities correctly. Well, Chad Johnson took me out with that, but I was crying
but
laughing.
that shit is hilarious, dog. That's hilarious, man.
You know, as we approach the end of our show, you know, the name of our show. For first of all, if you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Black don't crack unless you smoke it. I love it. Um,
That's funny, Roy.
make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for making us a part of y'all Tuesday afternoon. We are back. We are here. We should be here for the entire rest of the month. Be ready to be
Mhm.
looking out for more content and stuff coming soon. Make sure y'all leave y'all comments even after the video has been posted. And also make sure y'all like and share. We are at 568. I want to get to 700. I want to get to 600 before the end of the year, even before the end of the month, if possible. So
If possible, yes,
we want to start
absolutely.
setting goals on the channel. So we want to get to 600 subscribers. So make sure you like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a grandma who just gonna wake up at 5 in the morning and watch us after she read the Bible. Okay.
Yes, Lord.
So I wanted to add something to the show because it's called "Don't Cancel Me."
Hmm.
And as we said during the 50th episode, we came up with that on after episode 1 of the pod. That's what it was called then. And when we were live on Twitch, the pod.
No
But
pie.
we have the term "don't cancel me," but yet we don't really be canceling folks and getting canceled on the show. So I took this inspiration from Charlemagne and the Donkey of the Day and stuff like that. And I'm probably gonna come up with a cooler name at a later time. But for today, it's gonna be called the cancellation of the week.
Hmm.
And this week's cancellation of the week definitely goes to the Georgia restaurant who said that they are upcharging folks for bad parenting. So let me reword that for the people that might not understand the big words like upcharge, uh, or the big word that says implementing. Uh, so that means that if you go to this restaurant, your kids is bad, they are going to hit you over the top with a fee because
Hmm.
you're not doing a good job as a parent.
Right.
So, well, here it goes. The name of the restaurant is the name of the restaurant we canceling this week, y'all, is the Tocoa Riverside Restaurant.
So
Now
that
I'm tired
sounds
of
expensive.
Riverside's being in the news.
The time. That sounds expensive though.
It's a $2 sign on Yelp.
Okay, so it's not that expensive.
Not too
Got
bad.
it.
No, it's not too bad. It's like the same as Pappadeaux. I think Pappadeaux is a $2 sign. Uh, Most restaurants that Cheddar's, all of them are $2 signs.
Okay. So it's your
Um,
regular restaurant. Got it.
yeah, no, it ain't no fancy steakhouse. That's the $3 signs. That's stuff like Eddie V's, uh,
Perry's.
Pare's. I think it's three dollar sign.
Yeah.
So here we go. Where is it at? A Georgia restaurant charges a $50 fee for adults unable to parent unruly children. A Georgia restaurant is going viral for its unable to parent surcharge. Screenshots of the bottom of the Tocora Riverside restaurant's menu listing the added charge was posted to Reddit. Adult surcharge for adults unable to parent, $3 signs the menu reads. The menu does not list a specific amount, but according to several Google reviews, some said that they were told that they would have a $50 surcharge added to their bill. This is a review. If you have children, absolutely avoid this place at all costs. Holy moly. The disrespectful owner made a huge scene in front of the entire restaurant because our children were running through the restaurant. They were down by the river. We were told we need to go to Burger King and Walmart and that we were bad parents, one review said. They have a $50 surcharge for bad children. We were a group of 21 and our server was amazing and was overly apologetic. Terrible business practice. We will never be back. So I
Okay.
said, I want to tell the Toccoa restaurant this. I understand what y'all are trying to do.
Hmm.
I understand that it is very hard sometimes to go out to eat and you in the booth and the little kid behind you keep turning around and looking at you eat your food and want to know where you got your hat from.
Hmm.
Um, it can be a lot.
Hmm.
But if it's that important to you, then it needs to be adults only restaurant.
Hmm. Shouldn't be kid friendly. Shouldn't be family friendly. Should be
Correct.
adults only.
The restaurant is not even that nice
Mm.
to be going up against kids like that.
So it's a $2 sign on Yelp.
$2 sign.
Uh, and it's called Toccoa.
T O T
I just
O
want
C
to look
C
at
O
something.
A.
Toccoa, Riverside Restaurant in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Let me just see some pictures of that. So it's like a cabin style type of restaurant.
Right, right. And it has a river that you can go out there and hang out.
First question. First question I gotta ask, and I don't know if you know this answer, brother, but I gotta ask it. Hearing that, who's the owners? Are they white or black?
Uh, this is a white establishment.
The
This
white
is not black
establishment, of
owned.
course.
And that's what I want to bring up too. This mandate, this policy, this affects white people more than black people.
Absolutely, absolutely, it absolutely does.
As much as they want to talk about how bad black kids are, our kids get bad when they get to high school and stuff.
Middle school.
Middle school, yeah, you're right. Middle school. This is to affect. This policy affects white people. So now they have a policy that's holding them back. And I love it. But it ain't right. Because now you got a kid that's in your establishment and he get to shaking and he get to hollering out. "Ah!" That boy got autism. That boy got Down syndrome or something. And now here you gonna charge me $50 for having. Oh boy, I'd be so mad if I had a special child and I go to this restaurant and you charge me $50 for my special child.
Mm,
What? Mm, mm, mm,
it's a
mm.
problem. It's a
Black
problem.
kids got one time and they gonna get their act together.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
Because
That's insane.
I believe that because I believe, bro, looking at it, like I be in a grocery store, white kids be terrorizing their parents.
Yeah,
White bro man just said it. Oh, see, you're right. The white kids are the worst. They be
they are.
terrorizing their parents. Like it is, if you see those white mothers, they usually be big. And so the son is usually riding in the basket. And then they get to what? What? Come back. So the son is usually riding in the basket and he flipping out because he can't get any Pop Tarts or candy. He's mom, mom,
And
and they're
he's
and
shaking and
acting
shit, talking about.
and
"Ah!"
right
Yeah.
and then they don't know what to do because they everybody want to try this gentle parenting. So they don't even know what to do. They're like Tony, no, come here. Come here. Arthur, no. Arthur, get your brother. Arthur, get your brother now, please. No, come here. No, stop. We're not going to do that in this store. They're always trying to talk to him, and this kid is losing its mind. I'm talking terrorizing to the full extent. Now I've seen some black kids, act up. I'm not saying that they don't. So please don't take my words
No,
and don't
do
take them
not
against me.
misconstrue these words.
Correct. Misconstrued. That is another big word. We're on a roll today.
We're on a
You,
roll.
don't. I'm not saying that don't happen, but at restaurants and at grocery stores, that's where I see white kids terrorizing the heck out of their parents.
Hmm. That's very true. That's very true. I actually seen. Crazy. I didn't even know they would like why they bringing them there. I don't know, but I seen it happen when I was getting my oil change. Two kids just terrorizing their mother. She brought them
Were they
Legos
waiting
and
on the?
iPads, and they were sitting there waiting. I guess she had an extensive work that needed to be done, and they was just taking the Legos apart and just throwing it at each other across the lobby. And I'm sitting on the other side of the lobby because I seen those kids. I already knew.
Don't sit next to them.
I'm not sitting next to them. I honestly don't want to sit by no kids. No way. I honestly don't like being in public that much anyway because people get on my nerves. People be doing the most. People are crazy. People don't have no home training. People don't have manners. Like I was raised differently. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we were both raised in homes where we say Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. We polite. Oh, excuse me. Let me get out your way. Things of that nature. Little things, right? You know,
Right.
now when you go out, people just be bumping into you and don't say, I'm sorry. Like they trying to start something. They looking to start something. They kids, they just be stepping all over people's feet. Don't know how to say, excuse me. They wasn't taught right. Like, so I just go off when I'm out in public. I go off. I'm trying to be away. And I saw it from afar and they was just taking Legos. And I'm talking about Peyton Manning style. Just at his brother, at their mama, at the TV that was there. I mean, it was just insane. So, and I never thought I would see it happen in a car dealership where things are expensive. There's cars there. Like, so, I mean, they act up anywhere and everywhere whenever they get the chance to. This is very true. Very
And,
true.
you know, and it gets into, you know, Chaz know I always tell her I'm going to embarrass him before he embarrasses me.
And come on now, that came from when you grew up, right? It
Right,
had to.
right,
It came
right.
from when you grew up.
Now I do agree that sometimes I do agree that sometimes, you know, some things that were done to us don't necessarily need to be repeated. But I do
I
think
agree. I
there
agree.
is a I just something about these kids, like some kids, bro. Like I understand where the restaurant owner's coming from,
I understand where they're coming
and
from
that's
as
why
well.
I'm not fully against him, but I gotta cancel him because you never know kids.
You don't know what's
I don't
going
want to
on.
say
You don't know the back. You
the
know
word disability. I'm gonna say
that's
you never
that, but
know
that would
what
be, but that would
challenges.
be. I mean, but disability would actually be the proper term too. That's not like a because I mean, that's not like a frowned upon word. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay
But
with
I
the
feel what
word
you're saying.
challenges.
A challenge. I
Yeah,
definitely now I say I see where you're coming from. So yeah, I agree
you
with you.
don't know what kind of challenges these kids are facing.
Right.
Uh, it's hard to determine what's spoiled, what's bad, what's
Mm,
entitled, what's a want, or you know, it's hard to tell. So now, as a restaurant owner, I can't allow you to be judge, jury, and executioner by adding $50 to my tab when you don't know what's going on with him.
right.
So now what's going
Exactly.
to happen next? Are they going to start charging you more on flights if you got a baby that's crying?
I think see
It's
that
all
would be
about
crazy.
precedence. It's all about precedence.
All about presidents. All about presidents. All about presidents.
Where do you
Right.
go from here now? So that's why I believe that this restaurant owner must be stopped right now before he opens up a can of worms that you're not going to be able to get back into the can.
I agree. I agree. I agree with you. If he wants his business to if
Oh,
he
he's
wants his
done.
business to thrive, I, I mean, listen,
He's done.
I will say this. One thing that I feel that they have is that they always get the benefit of the doubt. Let that be somebody from our community. Let that be a
Oh,
black person.
it already happened. The turkey leg hut. The turkey leg hut tell you that hey, we don't want you to come in our establishment with bonnets on, and we don't want you to come in our establishment with god doggone with booty shorts hanging out, with shorts with your booty hanging out. We want you to come in here with no muscle shirts on. And black people lost their freaking minds.
But the crazy thing is between what this restaurant in Georgia is saying and what they're saying, what Turkey Leg Hut is saying, it makes sense because they're like, I mean, when I went to Turkey Leg Hut, it was turned. I didn't see no kids there. But I don't know if they necessarily trying to be a family establishment or if they are a family friendly establishment. But if they are, then what they're saying makes sense. Like you don't want them coming in with like booty shorts out and kids is like right here and you just seeing naked ass all across the and a 5-year-old is watching naked ass. Like I get what they saying. Yeah, if you see where I'm going, like
Right.
for
But see,
example, I know it's kind of far off, but not too much. Family friendly environments, people should dress appropriately, right? Because you know
right.
that are going to be there. For example, Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose was at an Atlanta Hawks game, and she looked good. Don't get me wrong, she looked amazing. When she was at the Atlanta Hawks game, courtside, black jacket, jean shorts with an ass out. There's kids that are there to see Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. They're looking to see their idols. They're looking to see people that they watch. And yet they put you on the screen and you stand up and you turn around and your ass is out. There's a time and place for you to be able to dress in certain ways, right? So as far as like a dress code being enforced, I don't feel like that's bad where a dress code is being enforced. But if you're trying to tell somebody they can't bring their kids if they bad, you don't know what's going on in that kid's life. You don't know what those parents are dealing with. You don't know, for the term that you stated, you don't know what challenges that this kid have. So it's just like, but I also think that once again, if it was a black family owning that restaurant that said don't bring your bad kids, they would have been exonerated off the rip. Whereas this restaurant in Georgia is probably going to have a chance to, change that and then explode and just be one of the best restaurants in that area. That's how I look at it, though.
And speaking of Georgia, and what's in Georgia is Atlanta restaurants. Atlanta, what has happened? Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
So I didn't have this written down, but we can go ahead and
we can go ahead and talk about it. We can end it with this. We can talk
Keith
about it.
Keith Lee's going around and was in a sense exposed. I don't really call it exposing because I was really listening to what he was saying, and he keeps saying, "This is my experience. This is my experience. Don't go and leave reviews off of my experience. Come try them out for yourself."
Right.
Hold on before we go. Okay, hold on. Before we go, I see Casey just said so. First of all, shout out to you, Casey. Thank you for joining in. I agree. Let's put it on the screen. I agree with a dress code being where to go? Hold on, come on, pop up. I agree with the dress code being enforced. I don't agree with charging for children's behavior, and I don't even like kids. That's true. But yeah, if the owners were black, it would be a whole different story. Agree.
I agree, Casey. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. If they were black, it would be more of an uproar too, because black folks don't like being told to do about their kids. Because it's hard to believe that that's my baby.
You hear me?
My baby acting a fool. But anyways, Keith Lee was going around asking people about going and sending his family into restaurants and getting the customer service and stuff, and they would tell him, oh, it was a wait or something, and then he would get out the car and go, oh, they want to make a seat, and Keith Lee like, don't treat me like no regular person. I mean, treat me like a regular person. Don't treat me like I'm a celebrity. I don't think I'm a celebrity. I just get on TikTok and say what I like about the food.
Right.
And he's blessed a lot of people. Of course, the overall consensus is that he's doing good work. I was listening to Chad, Ocho Cinco, and Unc. Shout out to the show Nightcap. I was listening to them debate about it, and Ocho Cinco was like, why he don't go do that at Steak 48? Why doesn't he go do that at Maestro's? Why doesn't he go do that? Why does he do that to black people? Now, granted, that was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he's came out. And
he's backpedaled.
He's backpedaled and apologized.
Sharp said, the last time I seen somebody backpedal that fast, I was in the league with Prime. Crap had me crying laughing. But so now he understood, because I don't think he understood. I think Ocho Cinco's take on it was, I think he spoke without knowing the situation. And I hate for my ADHD to kick in. I'm all over the place. But another person like that was Soulja Boy with J. Cole. Because J. Cole came out and said that he used to be a hater, because he, and then he had to realize that he was a hater and that he actually enjoyed this music. Of course, Soulja Boy, how he gets, what them niggas, somebody said, I used to hate your little dusty dreads. He said some bull crap. But then I seen today that, I think it happened yesterday though, but I seen it today that Nicki Minaj reached out to Soulja Boy and was like, nigga, you not understanding what he's saying. Like J. Cole showed nothing but love in that interview. It was self-criticism on the issue. But that's two situations with Soulja Boy and with Ocho Cinco not knowing the entire situation and just speaking on something away. Soulja Boy, he got too much pride to necessarily back. So Chad Ocho was like, oh, that was my fault. I'm sorry. I didn't realize, cool. That was a full-fledged, I messed up.
And Simon, not to cut you off, I respect Ocho a lot more, because you understand, like at that level, I think there's a sense of pride, and I think your ego doesn't allow you to backpedal so quickly. And I mean, Soldier Boy too, because Soldier Boy came out and tweeted and said like he apologized for everything. But like how quickly Ocho Cinco backpedaled and said how much respect, I respect that. Like admitting that you're wrong is one of the hardest things for anybody to do, right? Because you never want to feel like you're wrong, right. Ever. It's like, so to admit that you're wrong, I feel like that's one of the hardest things to do as a human being. So when you're able to do that, that shows like some type of growth. That shows like where you're at, like as a human being, as a person, such your maturity level. So I got a lot of respect for Ocho Cinco to go ahead and say that he was wrong on his platform, on him and Unk's platform. That's a big platform, and you're admitting that you're wrong. So I mean, that's
if the disrespect was loud, then the apology needs to be loud as well. Exactly. And you said a good thing too. You know, there's nothing wrong with just apologizing and say that you're saying that you're wrong. You know, of course, in relationships at work, you know, my boss will tell me, so, I did it for this reason, but I understand. Boom, boom, boom. I was wrong. You know, it's like I feel like it's just what is wrong with being wrong. You know, I guess the shirt should say there's nothing wrong with being wrong.
Being wrong. Exactly.
You know, you don't know everything, and being wrong is how you learn.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. Okay, I understand. Oh, okay, I did this way, but I understand because of da. Okay, I was wrong.
I should have
like earlier when we said Malik Beasley, and then you said Scott. What is that? What was the first? I was wrong. You know, and thank you for and
thank you for correcting me.
Right, and so it's no pride in it, and you're right. Ocho Cinco definitely did do that. Shout out to Unc and Ocho Cinco. And
amazing. Hey. I don't know how y'all gonna ever hear this. Y'all probably stumble across this through the power of the internet, through the power of social media, whatever the case may be. But we love what y'all got going, and like especially Unc. We big fans of Unc over here. I mean, my brother over here was able to get his hands on Laportier. All right, listen, we're big fans, so you know. Yeah, it's gone. And I hope to get my hands on Laportier one day. But you know, we big fans, and if one day we ever get the chance to be able to have a conversation, you know, we would love it. We would love it. Just want to go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there. We love what y'all got going on, and you know, we aspire to be to where y'all at. So just want to give y'all flowers. That's it. But yeah.
And as we approach the end now, is where we at. Yeah. So as we approach the end now, of course, a few things that want to let everybody know. One, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Again, make sure you leave a comment, share a friend with a share friend. We want to get to 600 by the end of the year, hopefully by the end of the month, so we can start focusing on 700. We want to go into 2024 with big and exciting things. We have a lot of things planned for you all.
Absolutely.
And in 2024, and we want y'all to make sure that y'all continue to like, support, show your love to the show, because y'all know it's good. We just need to get the eyes on it, and you never know that your share might be the one that can jumpstart our whole career on this. So please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and even all the clips and stuff that's being posted. Two, coming up on December 23rd, the Don't Cancel Me podcast is also going to be a sponsor for with Real Dads Do Real Things. I'm doing a toy drive for in the city of Houston, teaming up with some folks that I work with, and my homegirl Adriana. She's has an emergency room, and she's helping me out big time with this. We're looking at having all kind of things: Santa Claus, hot dogs, bounce houses, all this fun stuff, along with kids that are underserved can come and get a toy and have something for Christmas. So that's on December 23rd. Like I said, I'll be there. The DCM flight, I'm gonna get with you about that. But the DCM will be in there full fledged. Real Dads Do Real Things, and this is all in honor of Daydrill Dutton, my cousin who passed away. I do this for you. I got her name on the flyer. This toy drive is in her honor, so I'm excited to get after it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lit. December 23rd from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you want to be a part of that, please just message the Don't Cancel Me page, and I will get you the information for that. I will also post a flyer on the page, but we want to make sure that we already get as much toys that we can get. because it's gonna be a special event with a lot of cool surprises. I'm trying to get some celebrity power, but for right now, y'all just got to deal with me. I'm gonna be the celebrity power at that mug for now, but I'm
Love it.
working on it, y'all.
I
But
love it.
definitely want to get that out as we get ready to go into 2024 in the holiday season. I know it's 2 days before Christmas, but I know people can give me a couple of hours out their day to come and hang out with me. You can do your shopping on Sunday.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it was definitely funny. But I love it. I love it. I love it. Love what real dads were doing real things. I love what y'all got going on. So y'all definitely make sure that y'all support. Y'all definitely make sure if y'all can, if y'all in the area, y'all please make sure that y'all support because they doing they're doing great things. They're doing what a lot of things. They're doing a lot of things that people wouldn't do. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all feel like a lot of people would do these things. December 23rd, they doing something 2 days before Christmas. Like, come on now. They got their own families and everything that they gotta be going to and attending and taking care of their own families, but yet they taking the time out of their day to be able to do something to give back. So y'all please make sure that y'all show support to real guys doing real things, man. For sure, for sure.
And we got tomorrow. I mean Thursday. You got movies. You got Captain Marvel coming out. We got some new
Captain
albums
Marvel,
coming
yep.
out this week.
The
It's gonna
album's
be a
coming
great
out.
day. I don't know if you post a happy Happy Veterans Day to
Yes.
all the veterans that's out there
Yes.
serving. People that
Yes.
have served. You guys are awesome. Me and Chaz was just watching The Covenant last night with the Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, and it was starring Jake Gyllenhaal, military movie, and it really just it's a movie, but people go through that kind of stuff in real life, and it was an awesome movie. So if you want you a good Veterans Day movie to watch on Amazon Prime, it's called Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. So make sure y'all go check that out. Captain Marvel comes out on Thursday, and we have season finale of Loki. I might do something for y'all on that. I know I keep saying that, but one of these days I'm gonna actually do it, and I feel like it's gonna be this week.
I'm sure it may not be people in the pod that are gamers, but if y'all are,
For
Friday,
Veterans Day too. Yep.
Friday, Modern Warfare 3 comes out for the gamers in the chat. It's gonna be a big time. This is a
We'll
big.
both be on live. We both will be streaming live that day.
We'll be able to
So
be streaming
yeah,
live on our respective Twitch accounts. So definitely pull up on us on that. We'll definitely have our content posted. We definitely looking forward to Rail getting back onto the Marvel content because I know for myself, I definitely look forward to it because I'm not as much of a Marvel head or a movie head as he is. So when I see him post about anything movie related, anything Marvel related, I mean, shit, we can even go to sports and say anything football related. I'm definitely locked in. I'm definitely tuned in. So
don't sleep on my basketball knowledge now.
nah,
I know
I will
Paul
not.
George is a bum. Paul George is a
Look.
bum, but
We agree to disagree on Paul George, but I will say you do say some basketball takes. I'm like, well, damn, he got a point.
you see me. I run point guard on 2K.
You
Now
run
I know
point
what I'm
guard on
doing.
2K, and you know what you're doing a little bit. You know what you're doing a little bit. I can't sit here and lie. I cannot sit here and lie. But man,
I just can't play it, but I know how to play it.
but you know how to play it. You got the mind for it, and that's all that matters now. That's all that matters.
Mind over matter, my nigga. That's
mind over matter. That's it, man. But as always, man, we appreciate the love that we've received thus far on the podcast. Once again, to reiterate what my brother said, we're trying to get to 600 before. It would be amazing to get to 600 before the month, but we definitely want to get to 600 subscribers for the year. So please be able to make sure that you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. If you tuned in, please make sure that you like, make sure that you comment, make sure that you subscribe if you have not, and please make sure that you ring the bell to be notified whenever we drop a short or whenever we go live on the channel. As always, we love and appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of the Don't Cancel Me podcast. I'm Vino Flight.
I'm Petrie Perfect.
And we will catch y'all next week. Until next time, y'all, we out. Peace.